new, greater understanding of the world. Poetry comes to us bringing light between other literature. Poetry extends universally, communicates significant experience, imaginatively, creatively, giving our knowledge of the senses. Poetry is multidimensional, directed at the whole person by employing devices including metaphor, illusion, rhythm, and imagery. Second, we not only use poetry to reconnect with ourselves, but also create our own ideas and express our identity. The use of metaphors in poetry especially benefit us by forcing us to make comparisons between seemingly incomparable things, which allows me to better sculpt their mind into one that can recognize the connection between the current form of debate and the harmful implications that arise from it. Nichols. Poetry is a tool for students of all ages. Poetry makes new language, and this helps children see that they can construct their own ideas in an infinite amount of ways. This helps them learning that their voice matters. Poetry is helpful in learning more deeply, aided by mnemonics and the creation of narrative. Chapter 2 is the solution. In no time at all, I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a truffle tree with one chop. Listen here, here's a wonderful chance for the whole Once-Wood family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast, take the road to North Niche. Turn left at Weehawken, sharp right at South Sitch. We extract resources out of the environment is ours to take. Resource extraction helps to take into account anyone that the extracted. The environment becomes a simple tool, means to an end of the human extractors. We assume that because that is ours to take. Those with power take from those which cannot defend themselves. Page 2 of the impact. You're lumping the pond where the humming fish hum. No more can they hum, for their gills are all gum. So I'm sending them off on their future is dreary. They'll walk on their fins and get woefully weary, in search of some water that isn't so smeary. Resource extraction and subjugation, it justifies the oppression of the weak by creating a world in which one body is raised above the other. Resource extraction separates humans in the environment into different worlds in which they are no longer connected. Humans are the head among free to use the weaker bodies for its personal gain. This is inherently dehumanizing. If we look at the implications, spells up and separates the class among humans and the distribution of power among them, in which one class is justified in rising above another. Dehumanization is real impact. It happens all the time. Thus, we always have a chance to solve dehumanization because it's always occurring and should be evaluated above other impacts because it's the only real one. Page 3 is the alternative. You're in charge of the loss of the truffle seeds, and truffle trees are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffle, treat it with care, give it clean water, and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest, protect it from axes that hack, then the Lorax and all of his friends may come back. Reject the implication of using the environment as a tool for humans through resource extraction. Every turn and embrace the permanent agency of environmental protection. I acknowledge the interconnected humans and the environment. The alternative protects the environment with understanding that all humans are protecting themselves while doing so. Page 4 is the role of the ballot. And all that the Lorax left here in this mess was a small pile of rocks with the one word unless. Whatever that meant, well, I just couldn't guess. But now, says the one, so now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better, it's not. That ballot must be used to judge the harmful assumptions made in the idea of resource extraction. Once Lorax knowledge that initially didn't know the implications of that its assumption that it could cut out every truffle tree so the advocacy of resource extraction couldn't come to the conclusion itself. The judge has to act by affirming under the idea of exposing harmful assumptions in debate because it's the only way to solve for the harmful impacts. This is a picture.
Why is poetry the solution? No, I want to understand why it's arbitrarily chosen that poetry is the solution to the problem.
Well, I outlined in my part. Do you want me to state, I outlined throughout my case.
Why is poetry chosen besides something else, such as just writing metaphors, or something like writing a book, or something about me getting up and reading, making up an oratory, or having a speech?
If you want to do that, then you can justify it. But within my case, I outline why poetry opens you to.
What happens if someone just really can't write poetry? I'm a really awful poet.
Anything is poetry.
Anything is poetry? Yeah. So from what instance do you become the poet?
When you want to be.
Alright, so as a fetus, am I a poet? Yeah? I'm a poet as a fetus?
Do you consider a fetus being alive? Because some people would argue that fetus is a person.
Yeah. So is the fetus a poet?
If it wants to.
How is the fetus a poet?
So the ISKOF card outlines that poetry relies on feelings and perception.
Alright.
I don't think, if you want to defend that a fetus has perception.
Alright, then how about from the instant that someone is born? Are they a poet?
They can be.
So they can think rationally for themselves, choose whatever action they want, etc.
As a baby, I thought pretty rationally.
Alright. I'm talking about from the moment you are born.
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew to
so you can automatically think from the moment you are born.
As a baby, I knew to cry to let everyone know that I was alive.
Okay. What if born and you can't read?
And they try to help you read again.
What if you're born and you have a mental disorder?
Why does mental disorder prevent you from...
What if you're born without any mental capacity?
You can still become a poet.
How?
I mean, you're saying that people with a disability don't have access to
I'm not
poetry.
saying that they don't have access. I want you to prove to me why and what qualifies someone to be a poet.
I already said poetry can be anything. Your case in your next speech could be poetry. I'm saying if whatever a person
My
uses,
position can be poetry.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about the role of the ballot.
Yeah.
The role.
That's page 5 and 6.
Okay, awesome. So, what is the role of the judge?
So, do you want me to outline what my cards talk about?
I do actually.
So, on page 5, the role of the ballot acknowledges that I am the Loras, you are the Onceler, and the judge is the kid that I give the seed to. The role of the ballot says that we need a third-party objective because we only know what we perceive. So, a third party, hence the judge or the kid that I bestow the seed upon to.
Why can't the third party be literally anyone else? Why does it have to be the judge?
Well, it can be everyone else in this room. We can do a group vote.
No, why does it uniquely have to be the judge?
Because the judge
Why?
is the one judging this round. I mean, if
Wait,
you want,
so I'm asking why does the judge have a unique ability only to be the third party perspective in the round?
well, so do you want me to answer this in your part time?
I want you to answer it now, if that's okay.
Judges, is that okay? Okay. So I'm not saying beta is bad. I'm saying Norman is the beta is bad. The judge is still set up to evaluate this round. That's
Okay.
why I give them the seed.
Okay.